Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2025 Global Game Jam. I'm Berkeley Agnes, the Chief Marketing and Growth Officer here at Xsolla. We believe that good games can come from everywhere, and it's our mission to create equal access for everyone. Equal access to connect, equal access to collaborate, and help grow your game regardless of how big you are or where you are in the world. This includes everyone from indies to enterprise, creators, influencers, and gamers alike. We love that solo and small team developers and studios have all come together to build something great here at Global Game Jam, and wanted to take some time today to go over how Xsolla can help you in your game today and in the future to help you build something successful. We thrive to make the possible for everyone and look forward to seeing what each and every one of you can create. So diving into where we're at today and what a little bit about Xsolla, wanted to share a few slides with you and walk through who we are, what we do, where we come from, and so that you can all be successful together. So at Xsolla, we're a global video game commerce company. We're a company that offers the solutions and services for game developers to help you fund, market, monetize, and distribute your games around the world. We've been in business nearly 20 years. We'll celebrate our 20th year this summer with over 15 global offices around the world and over 1,000 different employees in locations around the world, from everything from our global headquarters in Los Angeles to Korea to Malaysia to Ireland, Germany, the UK, Montreal, Raleigh, and including in Cyprus and Tech Island out there in the Mediterranean. Our solutions are designed to help you maximize your revenue by helping you accept payments globally, sell directly to consumers, and to fund your games no matter where you're located or where you're at in your development life cycle. One of the things to think about as you go forward, as you build your incredible game, you have an incredible creative, incredible immersive experience, is that find the right commerce partner to help you out. There are a couple of different paths you can go. You can go down a what we call a PSP, or a payment service provider, somebody who just processes payments, or a merchant of record. They accept payments, manage the entire commerce process, including payments, fraud prevention, tax management, compliance, and more. And you can do that with a merchant of record. You can have the confidence to understand that your payments are being accepted, transactions are moving through your funnel, tax management is handled, global and regional compliance, fraud monitoring, prevention, end user support, and even refund management. Heaven forbid that were to happen, or you have to give a refund for something, but that gets managed all by your merchant of record by taking that legal responsibility for your transactions across the board. And on the left side of this column, this is where Xsolla operates and provides those services no matter who you are, where you're located, or what type of game that you have and on what platform you operate. We help you accept those payments globally, like we said, and whether it's United States, Korea, Germany, South Africa, China, and everywhere in between. And over 50% of gamers in key markets prefer to pay in your local payment methods. That's something to think about. These are just a sample of the different local payment methods that our users like to use when making purchases. So that when they're in their local market, say in Japan, you want to pay with PayPay. You want to pay with Pix if you're in Brazil, and you want to pay with Vodafone if you're in Western Africa. Using those methods that you're used to buying your groceries with, movie tickets, different things and making payments for services around the world, you want to be able to use those and be able to pay for those for your video games when you're playing, whether on a PC or even on a web-based game. And to think about that, local payment market share is significant, is from many parts of the world. In Korea, we have over 80%. Brazil, half of the market, mainly with Pix, Boleto, and other bank transfers. And in Germany, over 50%. To provide the significant reach and the scale for you to be able to reach your players and allow them to pay and play the way they want to. When you talk about more markets and taking your game, whether you're locally there in Kuala Lumpur as an example, be able to help you streamline those payments from anywhere in the world with a multi-platform customizable checkout through our PayStation platform. We are able to accept transactions, 700 plus different payment methods around the world, in over 200 geographies, because many countries are cut into different geographies and how things are handled. And so that you have to be locally sensitive and locally compliant in each one of those geographies, and over 130 different currencies and supported in over 20 different languages around the world. So no matter where your players are located, they can get the support and help they need from Xsolla if there were an issue that were to come up with one of their transactions that they were trying to make to purchase their favorite game, virtual items, or virtual currencies. One of the things we think about is owning that user experience, owning that player user journey through, hey, I found your game, with all the way through the process, all the way into selecting what game they want to purchase, what in-game items they want to include in their bundle, and to make that purchase. And there are two ways, specifically when we look at mobile, is the game has changed. The rules, regulations over the last several years with what is opportunity and available for the terms of service has changed. And there are ways that you can monetize outside the App Store and ultimately drive the user back to the mobile phone so that they can make the purchase and play, make the purchase online and then play on the mobile phone. So there's a web shop and then the mobile SDK for out-of-store distribution of games. Let's talk about the web shop first. So what is a web shop? A lot of people ask. Web shop is actually an extension of your mobile game and is an integral part of that direct-to-consumer monetization strategy that expands the game's live ops capabilities to increase players' long-term value, lifetime value, and retention and engagement. What we're seeing is over a 30 to 40% capture rate with incremental revenue in the double digits, and over nearly half of the conversion from a visit to purchase. So somebody comes to your page, comes to your website and web shop and is making that purchase, with 60% coming back more and more. A lot of the game developers that we see they work with from a live ops perspective and providing different value and different opportunities and promotions are seeing people come back weekly, monthly to make additional purchases, either not necessarily repeat, but they're making a purchase one time they bought, a bundle pack of currency. Next time they're buying skins from a virtual item perspective. So here's just an example of how the web flow works through the web shop. It's no longer a question that we get asked all the time, whether or not you should have a web shop. You should, whether you're a mobile game, no matter where you're located, as we talked about before, you definitely should have a web shop for your mobile game to manage that engagement process and manage the control and take control of your brand when it comes online engagement with your mobile users, incentivize them, educate them on the game, do storytelling on your web shop, but really get them ultimately to come in and to make that purchase from an individual offer that you might have for that week or the special that you have run for that month. It could be a holiday special. We have a lot of Black Friday or holiday specials that we just saw and rolled out with many of our partners from around the world, not just the United States, but throughout Europe, Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Middle East, making that all possible for their players to enjoy more of the experience, get more value from their purchases through the web shop, and enjoy and spend more time playing on their mobile device. So think about it like we talked about before, is on your mobile device is where you play, and on the web or the mobile web is where I pay for that game through the mobile browser to be able to go up and pay for your digital items and then play on your mobile device. You can make it that purchase from your office. It could be from the train. It could be on the bus. Make that purchase and then go play it when you get to your destination, but play it on your mobile device as you're sitting there enjoying from the evening. Web shops help mobile games generate more value, purchases, and revenue And that we've seen that time and time again with over 500 web shops have been integrated in the last 2 years, and over 1.5 billion in revenue has been generated and transactions accepted through Xsolla's web shops for our partners around the world. Taking a look at one of the great examples that we like to highlight is Tilting Point in their Warhammer game with their web shop. They're having a capture rate of over 55%. Their ARPU is over $600 and their sales count is over 12,000 transactions that have come through. They do a great job. You talk about the bundle of the week of what is available. They'll be able to provide. And they have players, and when they miss it on a Thursday, Friday, and they're a little late to when they normally announce it, they'll reach out on social media. They'll reach out in this customer support line and say, hey, where's the offer for the week? I'm ready to make a purchase so I can enjoy it for the weekend. So that's something that's really, really successful. Check out Warhammer and what they have going on there from Tilting Point. It's definitely an example of a winning strategy and approach to having a successful web shop that's going to generate revenue for you and your game. So let's talk about game sales. Let's talk about selling the actual game. So the wide range of publishing strategies for the PC and web games. There's two ways to go about it. You can go through the platforms. Steam, we love our friends at Steam, but then also you can go direct to consumer through your game sales site. So think about this, the opportunity to optimize sales by combining platforms with the direct to consumer strategy. Build upon what you're doing with Google, Epic, Steam, but go direct to consumer with your branded experience. What you can see from a direct to consumer strategy, you'll have 9 to almost 20% more conversion from the first purchase, from the first visit to the site. And we've had over almost double digit more copies sold of the game coming through the game sales experiences online. This is coming to your website to make that purchase online and then go play it within the platform. One of the great things to do is you think about it as you're ready to launch your game. You're building something amazing here, doing Global Game Jam. Let's get it all figured out. Let's build it, put the go-to-market strategy together. But one of the big, most important things to think about is creating pre-orders. Start those sales before the actual release. Do it 6 weeks before the release. A pre-order is that ability to sell that game before that release, to get additional bonuses, founders packs, or exclusive content as part of that pre-order. And it's also a great way to measure and forecast what you're going to see from your sales that you're going to see from your game post-launch. So why pre-orders? Great feedback. That's the biggest thing. Get feedback before the actual release of the game. See what people are saying through the trailers. Hey, I like this. I like these mechanics. I would love to see more of this other opportunity, or see more playing mechanics that you have available in the game. Pre-orders can assist in finding those effective marketing channels. What works? Is it social media? Is it paid advertising? Is it paid search? Should you just focus on SEO from that matter perspective? And they can also boost that platform revenue on that release day and get even up to 15% of the total revenue on a pre-order stage. That's an impressive amount of money, impressive number that you can get from running a pre-order campaign to be able to run that live. And once you go live with your game, to be able to forecast where you're going to go, to have another 80 to 85% more revenue to come through post launch. And don't miss on that big chunk of revenue that comes in an opportunity. You got pre-orders right there before the launch. And have this opportunity that you're going to see. You're going to see a big peak in the beginning, and it's going to curtail off as you go. But think about that opportunity where you can go and create those pre-orders, post-launch sales, and then through the mature market, and have those opportunities by controlling it, managing through your own direct-to-consumer channels. And one of the last things you do, a lot of people are looking at it. Not everybody has the funding. Not everybody's part of a multi-game publisher or platform to be able to help you fund your games. One of the things we want to talk about is the current state of the games market and what we're seeing from a funding perspective. The number of games released on Steam has progressively grown. We're still pulling the numbers from 2024, but seeing a little peaks and valleys as we go over time and throughout the years as we go forward. But we're looking to see, 2025 being a great year for the gaming industry as a whole, and seeing more games on Steam. And as we see these revenue projections going through 2026 are going to continue to grow. Steady growth that we're seeing, from what we saw in 2019 at 144 billion going to over 200 billion in the next 2 years. It'd be a phenomenal feat. Let's get it in 2025, guys. I think it's 100% possible. And then, play behavior is unpredictable. You'll see different times of year. The decreases from one quarter to the other, things go up and down. You'll see things in the summer, but you'll see it, kind of go down a little bit in the summer, but peak there in the holidays. In the wintertime as, the holidays come in, new games roll out, and then players are making those purchases so that they can play more games and have more fun. So you'll see that, and then it's continuing to go up and down. But we're also seeing a 5% increase in U.S. PC console gamers who play indie games, which is great. You didn't have a whole lot of the big AAAs launch, and so where do you go? You go to indies. These games are super important. People want something unique. People want something different. They don't want the same old game all the time. And it's a great opportunity to get your indie game out there, get a following, build the word of mouth, build the social media, build with the influencers of what's possible to be able to produce, share that content, and then get it out there, and then you'll see results. And we're looking forward to a great couple of years here from the indies going forward. Funding can be a roller coaster. We've seen it peaks and valleys as we go forward from all the way from 2019 toward the back half of 2024. A little bit on the uptick as we saw a little bit downfall in 2023, but we're seeing more progress that we've seen from 2024. Hopefully 2025 is going to be a good year as more games are coming out. More indies are looking for support and assistance as we go forward, and we'll see more funding opportunities available. And then how can we, what does that mean for you today? It's not 2012 or 2022 anymore. Funding landscape has been crazy, innovative, creative. With AI has created some uncertainty or feeling. There's more competition for discoverability as we go forward. So that's something to take a look at, some challenges and opportunities, things that Xsolla can help you out with. We'd love to continue to have conversations with you, help you figure out how to use AI to be more productive, not letting people go. It's use those tools, get more content out there, get more levels done, get more opportunities, get more marketing done with what the resources you have available. You hear about that, always do more with less. But look at using the AI tools to be more efficient, to be more productive as you go forward and have the opportunity to grow your business in unique ways. And it's no longer a period of unbridled optimism. We're seeing greater due diligence from the funding process. You can expect long decisions. Stronger business cases are needed, and there's a big push for the return back to fundamentals. Think about it. Be smart. We can help you through our tools and through our services that we offer from a funding perspective here at Xsolla. You probably think about, already heard about self-publishing. Some of the basic principles that you need to figure out is to find and get to know your audience, align your assets and your messaging together if you're going to go fund that together, and raise awareness and amplify it and keep going it over and over and repeat, learn from those principles, come back to your audience, align those assets, and raise awareness and amplify as you go forward. And how can Xsolla help you from a funding perspective? Join Xsolla's funding club. Go to xsolla.com/funding. Check it out. You can join for a no-cost matchmaking service that will match qualified investors and publishers together so that you're able to submit your game, get it in front of some great people, get feedback from our team here on the Xsolla funding team, and really understand what you can do. Is it something you need to do with your trailer? Is there some game mechanics? Or you need to look at the monetization a little differently? We can help you and support you through that process and then set you up with opportunities to meet with investors. We just want you to be happy. We want you to be successful. We'll match you together and then let you guys handle the transaction. And then hopefully we can launch a game together on the Xsolla as we go forward. But again, the Xsolla Funding Club is a no-fee matchmaking service that's available for each and every single one of you to submit your game, submit the application, and go through that process. And so we can learn from you, hear what your opportunities are, hear about your journey, the game that you're trying to produce, and we're looking forward to seeing all the success that comes out of it. And that's that. That wraps us up just a little bit from the public service announcement on Xsolla. But we're here to help you with these tools and services to help you accelerate video game commerce around the world. Create your incredible game. Have fun here at the Global Game Jam. Enjoy every moment of it. And we wish you all the very best of luck into 2025. Launch some incredible games. Make some incredible creative experiences and monetize those so that you can create a business. And let's see how we can do it together. All the best of luck to each and every one of you in 2025. And looking forward to seeing your incredible games come out of the Global Game Jam. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Enjoy it. and enjoy the game.